I'm Lele. Welcome to our first YouTube video.
I know, hey, long time. What is even the name of this video? What is the name of this YouTube channel? Like, what is the plan? What is the plan?
Okay, so Busi's gonna show me how to apply makeup. So I have like 1, 2, 3 things.
And I have gazillion things. So tonight we're going to party. So let's get our makeup look for the party. Okay, so what do you want to do? I want to do red eyes, and you? You want to do black?
Let's do black. Let's try that.
So you're gonna do smoky black, and I want to do smoky red. Okay. So I prime my face with Nivea Men Post Shave Balm. Like, your face does smell like a man for a minute, but the smell goes away, right? And this is something I picked up on YouTube. Like, everyone was raving on YouTube about it, and it's very inexpensive. There's so many primers on the market, like so many. But for me, I've been experimenting with this one, and so far I like it. And it's like $90 at this game.
Okay.
So this is just for me, just that kind of base on my face before I put on my makeup.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so I have this brush I got from Discam. I don't necessarily use this side, I use this side. So before I do my brows, I just brush them in place. I use the world famous LA Pro Girl concealer to highlight my brows. And this is one of the very best concealers on the market. And it's very cheap.
Mine?
Yeah. Then I use this concealer brush, also from Discam. Very cheap, very inexpensive, from the Color brand. And I use that to carve out my brows. And when I do this, and then when you blend it in with the makeup, the brows literally pop out. It's like very nice. Then when I'm done, one of my favorite products is this Urban Decay eyeshadow primer. And I've never ever used eyeshadow without primer, because eyeshadow primer makes your eyeshadows pop out. So it works the same way as priming your face, but now you're priming for your eyeshadow, and stops your eyeshadows from creasing, makes the color pop out more. And there's also a lot of eyeshadow primers on the market, but this is my favorite. Next step, listen to this one. This is the most important step, right? It's called the transition color. So the transition color is what you're going to use to kind of blend in your makeup. So it's the first color that you use on your makeup look. And your transition color for me is always the color that's closest to your natural eyeshadow shade for me. So I like using my Bobbi Brown bronzer for my transition color. It's a very nice warm color. So when I'm doing a nice warm color look on my eyes, so I always use my bronzer. Or then I use my palette here, my Morphe palette. And then I use the closest color to my skin color, and I always use this color. When it comes to using transition colors, we always use like a fluffy brush, and I have quite a few here. These are like the most important brushes, like most important brushes. So I have different kind of shapes depending on what I want to use my transition color for. So when I use my transition color, I always use the fluffiest one. And these are from like Discam, this is from Morphe, and this is from Real Techniques, and this was a free one from an order I got from Bobbi Brown. So these are like a must-have brushes in your kit. When I go in for my transition color, the color that's closest to my eyeshadow, I always use the fluffiest one of them all. So it's either this Bobbi Brown one, this is a very nice one, I enjoy that one, or I use this one from Discam, blending number 311 from Discam. So then you take your brush and you just swirl, tap off the excess, and then you're gonna do circular windshield motions with the brush, with the color. And you're going literally like between your crease and your brow bone. So this Morphe palette, I got it online on the Morphe store. I got it shipped to South Africa, and you know how it goes, like it takes you 3 months to get your stuff. So
But you can get it in South Africa.
yeah, you can. There's a lot of websites that you can order Morphe from in South Africa, but I wanted to get it online directly from Morphe and see how it is to ship stuff from US to South Africa. With the weight, I like this palette. This is the 350M palette, which I'm all about matte shades. I love matte shades. Yeah, I think I like this one. So then when I do my eye look, after, like, I decide what look I'm gonna go for, and then I'm gonna kind of pick which shades are gonna complement the main shade that I'm gonna go put on my lid. So I'm gonna put a red shade on my lid, and the color that I wanna go like complement the red, between my red and the transition shade, I'm gonna put an orange. So it's gonna be like this kind of burnt orange sunset kind of look on my eyes. So when I do that, I'm gonna use a smaller kind of blending brush, like a smaller head here, smaller than the first one I used on the transition shade. This I got from Morphe, and I'm gonna go in with my orange, which is a color that's gonna complement the red that I'm gonna go for. So for you, I'll do a very deep dark brown as your second shade for your black. So this color, the orange, I'm gonna put it in my crease, directly in my crease. So just below the transition shade, but not directly on my lid. See, it's coming along. Hello. Okay, so the next set of brushes you need is this eyeshadow brushes, and this is what you're going to use to pack in the color on your your eyelid, your direct. So this is what's going to make your eyeshadows pop. This is your main color for your eyelid. So they're pretty much flat, as you can see, and they come in different sizes. So depending on what you want to do with your eyes. So, and then you get a lot of people that put a lot of eyeshadow underneath here. So these small ones are the perfect one for it. And these are from Morphe, and Discam. So I like using this kind of medium-sized one to pack on my color on my eyelid. And usually, when I pack my color on the eyelid, I don't want to dust the excess off. I want all the color going directly onto my eyelid. So I literally dig into that eyeshadow. So I'm going with this red Morphe color, and you just pack on the color until it pops out. Okay, so usually when I do very like deep colors and I want them to pop, I always use a white based eyeshadow primer. So the Urban Decay one is very like close to my skin tone, but when I really want eye colors to pop, I always use a white based primer. So this one is from Lele. I've also got it from Discam. And where I want the eyeshadow, the white eyeshadow to come, I just put a white shadow primer. Perfect. And then you go in with that Morphe on top of it, the red. And it pops up more when you pack it on top of a white shadow. And then you're done with your eyes. How does this look? Ah! No, I promise it's just 3 colors and then you're done. And then the favorite part, the foundation. So I use Bobbi Brown. I'm still experimenting with this one. It's a Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation, and I'm the color Warm Almond. And I've been playing around with foundations for many years, and I have very dry skin. So for my skin type, I like foundations that are water-based. I think that works best for my skin, where my skin feels like they can kind of breathe a little bit. So I always go for any brand that sells a water-based foundation, and that's one of the things that sold me on Bobbi Brown, and I also love her products. There are 2 makeup brushes that I use, foundation brushes, and they're both from Real Techniques. So I don't even know the name of this brush. I think a lot of people know it. It is the best foundation brush on the market. Like, it's like 150 bucks. So I use this quite often. But before I started using this brush from Real Techniques, I was always the girl that used a stippling brush, yeah. So I also got this one from Real Techniques at Clicks. So this is one of the best makeup brushes, and it gives you an airbrush finish for your makeup. Usually if I'm going to work, the next step I would use my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, set this whole makeup look, and then I'm done. So that's the flat makeup look that you wear to work. So nothing extra, just basic foundation, powder, and then you're done. But now we're going to a party tonight, so we want a little bit extra look. So we're gonna contour and conceal. So for my concealer, I discovered this amazing Naked Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer from Urban Decay, which I absolutely love. And my color is dark golden, but it's a little bit too dark for me. I like it, but it's a little bit too dark for me. So I blended with the famous, well talked about NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer, and this color is caramel. But I also find this is too light for me, so I like blending both to get my perfect coverage. There's different ways to conceal your face, and depending on your face shape. So I like putting my concealer on my forehead, on the chin area, and everyone knows underneath your eyes. Okay, you don't need a lot as well. And then I just take a little bit of this just to brighten it up a little bit, and then I just put just a little bit of. So if I want a very light concealer look, I just use the Urban Decay one, but if I want to go for a little bit more brightening, I always mix it up together. Concealer dries very quickly, so you need to go in very quickly with it. So as soon as you put it on your face, you start blending it in. And a lot of people use the beauty blender to blend in the concealer. I love using this brush. And it blends in my foundation very well, and it blends in my concealer very well. So you just get in there very quickly before everything sets. It's already drying out a little bit. This is the part that makes you look like a scarecrow. Blend. And this is what's gonna kind of bring life back to your face for me. So again, this still looks a little bit odd, and for me, I can't conceal without putting a contour. I've also been experimenting with contouring. I'm trying this LA Gold Pro Conceal in the color Dark Cocoa, and I'm gonna just contour my face, and then I use this contour brush. She has this flat contour brush from Morphe that I love using, and then you just Are you following? I love setting my contour with a bronzer, and I use this one from Bobbi Brown. It's called Bronzing Powder in Deep 4, and I always just warm up my face with Bobbi Brown. So I use this small, actually a highlighting brush from Real Techniques, but I use it for my bronzer. So I just put it in all the areas where I put my contour. One of my favorite blushes is Raisin.
Oh, I have that.
From MAC. That's not Raisin. And it's a deep, like reddish brick red shade. And I use this for a lot of my makeup looks. And a little goes a long way, so I always try to put this very lightly on my face. So I'll just put it on the apples of my cheeks. Just dust it on. Almost done. To finish off the makeup look, I'm just gonna put eyeshadow underneath my brow. And usually some people use the same color they use on their lids, but I don't want it to be too red. Maybe I should be bold today and go very red. Maybe I should go for a red shade. But I would have usually used a brown. Let me use a brown first. And then my favorite mascara of all time, Maybelline Colossal. I've been using this for years. With my scarf, so I just clean. Okay, to finish off this look is your lip color. And I stopped using liners, like lip liners, a long time ago. Like I used to have a lot of lip liners and I never used them at all. So I just go straight to the lipstick. This I found at Urban Decay, the sale, and it's like, I won't say a perfect nude. It's like it's the closest to a good nude that I'll ever get. And it's a sheer finish. So it has like a gloss look on top of, kind of a glossy, finished, clear look. So just go in with that. And this is my finished makeup look. Hair on.
See, I've tried to follow Busi like in the background, but we went for a different look. So I got smoky eyes.
And I've got smoky black and I've got smoky red.
I've actually never looked like this in my entire life, I promise you. Like, very simple with my makeup. I just apply foundation and I'm good to go. Maybe a bit of lipstick, but I'm good to go. So this.
And it's easy, hey?
Yeah.
It's easy. It's just a few products and you don't have to go extra, and you can actually skip the contour concealer section. You don't even need that unless you want to be a little bit extra. I should have used that red as my red.
But,
give me that. Oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. And also what people don't know, that you can actually use blushes as eyeshadows. You can use like eyeshadows as blushes, and you can actually play around with your makeup. So yeah, so you can just like, you must have fun with your makeup and just play around. And
so I hope you guys enjoyed the video.
And catch you next time for more makeup tutorials.
Cheers!